Hello, my fellow nerds. Welcome to our spoiler review of the Super Mario Brothers movie. Stay tuned for a chance to enter to win PS5 at the end of this video just by simply liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and leaving a comment. Gentlemen, either one of you, so this time we'll go with Gecko. What did you actually think of the Super Mario Brothers movie, and give any spoilers that you want, because this is spoiler talk, people. Spoilers. Go for it.
3, 2, 1.
I think this movie is the best movie I ever seen, video game wise, and I'm gonna tell you why. It was just pure fan service, and I don't know how the hell these people, the critics, are not liking this. Like, they're like, oh, he had too much fan service. Well, no fucking shit. Of course they have fan service, because they want people that grew up with this, and they want the new generation to see what it is. I honestly caught everything from the Spike from the Wrecking Crew to the original Donkey Kong to the Nintendo GameCube thing.
Mm-hmm.
I seen people, criticize this movie. Well, Bowser wasn't accurate because Bowser was in love with Peach. Bro, there's so many games that show you that he's in love with Peach. Mm-hmm. Super Mario RPG, Super Mario Sunshine, he tells Bowser Jr. that's his mom. The last episode, the last game we got, Super Mario Odyssey, the whole game revolves about him stealing a tiara to give it to Peach, so when they get married, she has a nice tiara. Come on. It's been there. He's in love with this woman. Come on. And, they like, oh, he kidnaps her and keeps her in a cage. Well, to her, it looks like he's bad, but he's trying to keep her protected in the cage so nothing gets her. So, it's funny, but he's always been in love with Peach. And, I like that the way they introduced this to probably a newer generation where, the reason he doesn't like Mario is because he sees Mario as his competition. So I liked that. And I think everything about this movie was amazing. The Mario Kart segment was amazing. The Super Smash Brothers segment was amazing. The Kongs were amazing. And the best thing I've probably seen in the whole movie, Peaches, the Bowser song. That to me was probably, that's my ringtone right now.
Peaches.
I love you.
The entire theater was rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And we got out of the movie and we were singing the song on the way to the car.
I was so upset when it wasn't on YouTube right away.
It's my fucking ringtone for right now because I love that song so much. And I think
Spotify.
And I think it was amazing that, at first I was like, oh, Jack Black, and then I heard him as Bowser. I was like, oh, he's doing a good Bowser. No, they got Jack Black because they wanted him to sing. Let's be honest. They wanted him to sing because he did amazing. And to me, it was funny. When you listen to the song, it's like, this song goes for my one true love. And it's funny because I showed it to my brother, and he's rolling where he's right now this week taking his kids to see it because he's like, is it that good? It's great. It's a good movie. And I hate that the critics are shitting on it, but I love that the audience are telling the critics, we love this movie because the movie was amazing. But what do you think, Sleepy? What do you think about the movie?
Solid 20 out of 10. I mean, there's no chart to compare this to. If you played the games, you would love every single aspect of this movie. If you were an actual Mario fan, you love this movie. We all thought the voice actor having Chris Pratt would be a problem, but in the movie, they give you a whole bunch of original callbacks. You have the original actor in the movie. They're saying it's time to move on eventually. Like, we're not going to have the same voice actor forever in a Mario verse. Like, dude, the piping sound when you first saw the pipe and how Luigi just got sucked in it, and then they got separated, to The Peaches doing the entire obstacle course with him. The fact that them going to work was a 2D scroller like you're playing the game.
Right.
They're jumping up everything. The Mario Kart when they're on Rainbow Road and they jump off onto the next road. Like, stupid, small little details that only nerds would catch because they dedicated their lives to playing these games. The whole Donkey Kong throwing barrels. Like, the Mario Karts were the Mario Karts from the games. Like, I'm sorry, dude. The fact that you saw Donkey Kong in the fire flower power-up, dude, dope.
Yeah.
Everything about this movie was dope. The ending, dope. The music, dope. The way it made you feel, the nostalgia it bring, dope. The blue star, depressing. Like...
the Luma star, yeah.
Fuck critics. I'm tired of critics being at people formulating their opinions on what critics says. If it's shit, it needs to be called out for being shit. But there's nothing in this that needed to be changed. Could we got more of Luigi? I agree. Yes, we could have got a lot more Luigi. But that was the entire premise of the movie. He's lost and captured. What more do you want to put on Luigi?
Exactly.
Like, you got the GameCube opening sound like on his as his ringtone.
Yep.
You saw a little bit of Luigi Mansion, but there was like, I don't know what more you want from a Mario movie in the amount of time we had. The only thing I'm pissed off about is not having more right away. Go on, Tony. What do you think?
How could you guys forget the funniest guy in the movie? Toad. Toad was a beast, always ready to jump in even though he knew he was going to get killed. Loved Toad. We had the Bomb King. We had every version of Mario that I played. I haven't played them all. I got in this film. This film was funny. It made you laugh. It made you smile. It actually brought back my old love of actually playing this game. From the original Donkey Kong arcade game all the way through. They put in as many callbacks as you possibly could get. And they did just enough for everybody. They gave every generation fan service of this game. I was worried when I heard Chris Pratt and Charlie Day being the voices, but they actually turned out to be funny. Everybody in this movie was funny. Jack Black, sucked in Mandalorian, was great in this. You know, I'm surprised Sleepy didn't wish for Lizzo to be in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God they didn't do it. But this was a great film. I'd recommend anybody to go see this. I would recommend this highly. Stop listening to critics. Just wait, see the movie for yourself, and then judge it. Critics don't know what the hell they're talking about. I've been convinced, starting with Black Adam last year, that critics are just so out of touch with film. You don't need to critique every little thing of a film. Just go in there with an open mind and enjoy. This movie, I told you guys I didn't read any critics until we got home, because then I was wondering what sucked about this movie. I mean, please, someone tell me what was bad other than we got to wait 4 or 5 years to get another one. You know, it's just, I don't get it. I need another one like in 2 years. Or like you said, they need to do a Mario verse with Zelda and all the other games. Go ahead.
Or a Nintendo universe, yes. Yeah. And then I think they need to make a Nintendo universe and tie it with everything. And the end of the movie, we get Super Smash Brothers, where they're fighting for not to destroy this gaming universe or whatever. So I think that would be cool. And like you said, when you see the critics' reviews, it's like, I don't understand. Oh, too much fan service, but ain't that what you expected from this movie? Like, one part that I started laughing that I told Tony while we were watching it was when Mario gets to the castle and the Toad goes like, "Oh, sorry, the princess in another castle." Let's go back to the original Mario. Like, that to me was funny. To me, that was funny because I'm like, what the hell? Like, I thought the movie was, as near as perfect as you could get a movie where, I'm actually glad they didn't go with the whole live action and were animated.
Yeah.
And I think they did good with the studio they picked, Illumination. I think Illumination, I'm a fan of the Minions movie. I'm a fan of the Despicable Me movies. I'm a fan of the Secret Life of Pets movie. I like those movies because I sing. I love those movies because I watch them with my kids. And I think this is a good family movie to take your kids, nephew, grandsons, whatever. I think these kids are going to love this movie. And like I said, while we were watching the movie, I even told Sleepy, like, I would love if they would make a game with the same graphics and animation this movie got. Because it looked so perfect, especially those side-scrolling parts where Sleepy said how they were going to their job and they went through the side scrolling and even give you the little music like where he went down the pole and everything.
Right.
To me, it was beautiful. Bowser playing the piano at times, and you hear him go like with his little thing, and the to me it was just amazing. And he's playing his own theme song, and then shuts the piano on the witch and goes like, "You leave it there until it hurts more." And he's like, "Okay." Like, dude, what the hell? Like, to me, I thought it was perfect, and I really, like Tony said, I really don't know what the critics are expecting, and if this is the way you're gonna be reviewing every movies, I really don't want to listen to the critics no more, because what do they expect from a Mario movie that's supposed to be aimed at kids, but that 35 years of that we grew up with it? What do they expect? They expected a Oscar for this? No, this was never intended for an Oscar. This was intended, as you never know, but this was intended for kids to see it and have fun, and for us that we grew up playing Mario to enjoy something and laugh. I had fun. Like I said, we always go eat our Five Guys. I had fun. We went and ate our Five Guys, and I already have read the reviews, so I was skeptical. But when I seen it, I'm having a smile through the whole movie, and I'm like, where did this movie went wrong? Where does this movie? At the end of the day, you can say whatever you want, but even when she says planing the map, it reminded me of a map from a video game where she's like, "Oh, if he takes over this kingdom, then we're gonna be doomed because we're next." And she's explaining, and it looked like, when you go to a Mario map and you're about to pick the level. I love that. I love everything about it. I love that they didn't just make it about Mario, and they made it about
everyone,
included the Kongs, which tells me that we might be able to see Link. We might be able to see Metroid. We might be able to see. Obviously, I think we're getting a Donkey Kong movie. I think he was amazing. I think he did great. And who?
Remember? The end credit.
Joshi.
Right.
Yeah, Joshi. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. And I like that because they know they got something with this. And I'm glad they took the chance, because trust me, Nintendo, after the horrible thing that happened with the original Mario Brothers movie, Nintendo didn't want to let nobody bother their intellectual property. And the fact that when I was watching the movie and the end credits scene, I love that the creator of Mario, was a producer and director of this. I love that they allow him to mold his creation into a movie. And I have to say, I'm happy I seen this movie. And like I said, I recommend it. And if I had to rate it, I give it a 10. That's simple as that. I'm going to hand it out with a 10. I think this movie deserves all the praises it's getting from the fans. And, I think it's a big FU to the critics. I think this movie deserves all the praises it's getting. And I'm glad that the fans are speaking and loving this movie. You don't know how many people I have seen that went to see it. Friends on Facebook, where they are saying, "Oh, this movie is amazing." I love the reception this movie is getting from the audience, as opposed to the critics. And like I said, I want more.
Yep.
You gave me 92 minutes. I want more. So
I just like to throw this out here for everyone as another big F you to critics. It's made 377 million globally over the weekend.
Nice.
wow.
Nice.
That's
It made
we're getting a sequel.
4 million only in the U.S.
Oh yeah, we're getting a sequel.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm sorry, critics. You guys need to figure out your stations and how you're actually going to judge movies going forward, because the 1960s panel isn't working no more. It's time to update and get with good content and good movies, because we nerds love and want to go see this movie 17 more times. Yet you are tanking on a movie because of what? The story was there, the action was there, the referencing was there. What more do you want from a movie? I don't get it. So here's your 377 million globally, and enjoy your day.
And you know how many people haven't seen it? Do you know how many kids still want to see it?
Yeah.
I expect this movie to sell Blu-rays, DVDs. I expect it to sell more. This movie got right now. It got momentum where something special can happen. And I'm actually, look, to be honest, I'm about to be 35 in a couple months. I never expected to see a movie about Mario like this. I seen the 90s cartoon TV show. I seen the original movie. I never expected to see something so nice and so well created, and where it gave you a lot of callbacks, like Tony said, to the original Donkey Kong. Tony grew up with that arcade thing. I played it in the in the Game Boy, but Tony grew up with that, and seeing a person that grew up with that and then playing the original Nintendo. And I didn't play the arcade version of this game. I started with the original Nintendo and then the Super Nintendo, and the little callbacks, like the whole Mario rap at the beginning, and then they're with the cape. That's from the Super Mario World game for the Super Nintendo. The cat suit was from the last game, the 3D World. The Tanuki suit. Everything was amazing about it. And like I said, I'm glad this movie's making money, and I expect it to keep making a couple more money. It doesn't have nothing to compete, and a lot of kids are still going crazy to see this. My nephew, he's over here for right now for the weekend. He wants to see this movie and he hasn't seen it. So imagine when more kids keep asking to watch this movie and start going. I expect this movie to make good amount of money where it will guarantee a sequel. How long will it take? I don't know, but I expect a sequel. Plus, we got the end credit scene, which tells you we're gonna get a sequel. So yeah,
I'll give it a 9.5. I gave it a 10 in the parking lot review, but the next thing we review was probably the best thing I saw this year. This is clearly the second best thing. You guys are smiling because you know what we're going to review next. But this movie is perfect.
Nothing about this one.
This was perfect. I had a great time. This actually makes me want to play some more Mario. And like the original ones, not just the up-to-date ones, I'd like to go back, start with Donkey Kong Arcade and work my way through it. And with that big opening, because I know it's open on a Wednesday, so it has a bigger box office, but still, 200 million is 200 million in this country, which I never thought I would see a 200 million on a video game movie, let alone an animated Mario video game movie. But Illumination, the people behind Minions and Sing and The Secret Life of Pets, knows what they're doing. The Minions movies are funny. I reluctantly watched The Secret Life of Pets and Sings and actually thought they were funny and had a good time. So Mario will get a sequel. I hope we don't have to wait 3 or 4 years. But I really hope people go out there, take your kids. It is Easter week. Most kids are out of school this week in certain parts of the country. Go see this movie, but before the adult movies come out and take over the box office, and just have a great time.
Exactly.
So we all agree 9.5, 10, however we want to do. If you like the content you're seeing here, subscribe.
It's a good movie. Just go watch it.
Subscribe. We recommend this channel. Pass it on, and you'll be entered into our contest to get a brand new PS5. Deuces, nerds.
Deuces, nerds.